Don't blink, it's your boy Yink. Welcome to the Roll Call to the show. That's doing well because I'm having a fantastic freaking day. The greatest thing here is going on is we're doing two things at once. Actually, I can say three things. It's recording. We'll be eating a mukbang. We're doing it live. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because, again, with the very busy schedule, I'd rather do three videos at once. And I feel like this is a better way to connect with you guys. Again, with a bit of luck, you're possibly eating also. Merci d'être là, j'apprécie beaucoup. Today is the no. Today is the 1st, June 2024. For lunch, we have roasted chicken. And we have meat pie my mom made. So we're super lucky. Super lucky. Again, happy first of month. Connor, thank you for being here. La Royale, merci d'être là. Loving Heart, thank you for being here. Freddy Krueger, love that show. Mel, thank you for being here. So we're doing today, guys. We're doing good. Meat pie, baby. Roasted chicken. You can tell me whatever you want, and I won't believe that it gets better than this. New shirt too. We're listening to Liana and Connor. Looking for a wholesome family channel. Pretty freaking good. My mom made the best meat pie in the world. No doubt. And for the likes, appreciate you guys. Okay, I'm not super familiar with doing lives on TikTok. Then the fastest from a dinosaur. Today, the subject is, drum roll please. How about we do a subject of mischievous wrath? Thank you for being here. Dale York, thank you for being here. Babur, that's it. I'm sorry, I'm eating as I talk. And again, hey, busy schedule. I'm eating it, Marcelo. Oh fuck, chicken and meat pie. What a fantastic meal. My mama makes the best meat pie. I hear today, and quite simple. See, I think this is predicted. I think this is planned. You only halfway right. See? Fuck. It's so good. The orgasms are food. See? I love. I'm just watching Liana and Connor. There's a new couple with a baby, a 1-year-old baby, who's talking. Who's cute, yeah. I kind of goes to show that. See, there's a simple way of making content. There's this crazy way like TikTok Live. Since I don't know much about TikTok, look at this beautiful skylight. I'm really working hard on understanding how this works. I'm actually happy about how it works. That's only good. Not like crazy stuff. And then I live in a neighborhood that's pretty okay. People are stealing the markets. I had somebody steal yesterday a shopping cart. Now, there's a shopping cart right here. You're stupid. Nobody else is gonna pay more for the food because you're stealing something. What a dummy. I'm the person, but fuck you. Because you're fucking up everybody else. There you go. A quarter of a chicken done in 5 minutes. See, it's not a big meal, but it's still pretty good. At the end of the day, guy girl, thank you for being here. At the end of the day, watching battles on TikTok completely changed my mind on TikTok, you know? And I was, you see, and it, action battle, right? So, do you know how it works? Apparently, it's just like, oh, because the creator comes in, and the person who gets the most gift or the most likes. So it's a cool way to it's a cool way to interact with people, interact with your community, and having goals. Now, what is kind of nuts is that it's also a kind of like a system of begging for gifts or likes. Now, if you're familiar with YouTube, thing like that, you understand that. Amazing, mom. I understand that YouTube is just a way of they're checking for the algorithm. You need to be interesting. Okay, girl, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. You need to be interesting, you know. You need to have like people interact with your post, like your videos, watch your videos. The algorithm will see this as positive things. Now, TikTok does the same thing, but with gift and like. So when you're in battle, you're doing the same thing, but TikTok system is a lot more aggressive. See? It sucks because I'm going to see this. I'm like, holy shit. This is intense. And then, most like a battle. Which it is. It is a battle, right? And then you realize that this is what the world is becoming. And that's not a bad thing. I mean, we knew since the dawn of time, people wanted to compete. I could tell you this, the intro to Kenny vs. Penny. Oh, fuck, this is so good. So, basically what's going on is, you used to see the Gladiator. I'm gonna be an asshole and say, I know there's a lot of sports, fighting sports, but to me, nothing feels like Gladiator like boxing until I started watching UFC. Now, the Gladiator, we're gonna be honest, were slaves. And because they were slaves, we come from all over the world. Now, the Gladiator were, of course, more popular. You want to get fighter, the good fighter. And we put up a good fight, a good spectacle. So then, he would have the defeated leaders of team becoming slaves. Delicious. I'm done in 9 minutes. Holy shit. I'm hungry though. See? Then you understand that this whole thing, this whole Gladiator thing, is a spectacle. Now, why do we need a spectacle? Right? My apologies. My apologies. Why would we need a spectacle? Well, because that a lot of people were unsatisfied with the what should I call it? Like, we're thinking it's bad now. Imagine back in the days when the lords were lord and you were just a farmer, and your best chance was to be a farmer and serve a lord. Then they introduced the taxes. Now, a farm, the pros of having a farm was, well, I'm hungry, I have a cow. I'm thirsty, I have a cow. I'll feed me, I'll drink the milk, right? But with the taxes, you need to do something. You need to do something to find money. How would you find money, right? And then it created a battle for financial. It's nuts. We're seeing the it's actually incredibly nuts when you think about it. We're seeing it's hard to explain. It's hard to explain. So the mankind has been greedy since the very beginning. Very beginning. We're greedy. We're looking for more power, more financial dominion. We were looking to have a better home. We're looking to conquer. And then something happened. Something wonderful happened, and that was the royalty or the monarchy, which was the peasant and the peasant, and the royals are royals. And then the peasant understood that the best they could do was this, and became very content, and they stopped wanting to conquer. Now, is it truly a life when you want to be a farmer? You could say yes or no. I think I could be happy whatever you're doing, but just stop fighting for dominion. Now, by bringing back taxes, they brought back the need for better. Now, the need for better was like, hey, there's only 20 gold coin. What you gonna do? You're gonna start fighting. And so, what does that have to do with TikTok and the gladiator? Well, the gladiator were fighting as a spectacle. Now, it's funny because nobody cared who died. They were slaves. But at the same time, it wasn't okay because you were killing somebody. There was somebody killed. And you're like, holy shit, dude. That's what it was. And that's what it was. You see, back then, people had less right than they have right now. And it's such because the gladiator were a spectacle showing. Super dude. The spectacle made by the rich to occupy the masses. And occupying the masses was basically a very simple thing. So later on, something was called the circus. Circus came in town. And the circus, what you guys don't know, was a circus was paid by the government to go from city to city. Now, why would it go from city to city? For a very simple reason. To occupy the masses. See, people were raising taxes, people were barely making it, then they would go to the circus. Theater was the same thing. Why do you think the government helps pay for movies? You think because they want to keep entertainment alive. I think entertainment would survive no matter what. I think to a certain degree, Netflix was like the Walmart. Came and offered so much and was so big that they took over some small things, some small papa and mom shop. Now, positive or not, you can argue that if it was positive or not. I'm not gonna give my opinion because again, I see the pros and cons. Like Amazon. Amazon was another way of killing moms and pop shop. But then again, Amazon was during the pandemic the only reliable source of things you could order from not getting it. But then Amazon became a monopoly. They became Amazon Prime. They became a streaming service. Amazon does deal and every single thing and everything at once. And again, it feels like it's you see you're hearing a lot of people say, oh, they're pushing an agenda, they're pushing an ideal on people, they're pushing their ideal on people. And again, I'm not gonna pronounce myself on that. Do I believe it? Do I not believe it? I feel like we're too close. We're too. It's too easy for us to point fingers. I think it's so easy to do, and not a lot of people they take the time to really understand why are we pointing a finger? Why are we saying, hey, this is a bad guy, this is a bad person, and it sucks. So you see, why am I going with this? Why am I going? Why was I starting with TikTok and then I move on to this and then I move on to that? And it's so confusing, but in reality, it isn't. You see, TikTok serve a purpose. The battle bring us back to a time where we had those struggles, we had those battles, we had people fighting for dominion or conquer. See, Conor Liana, and we still have those battles. We still have those See, TikTok, the fact that you want to help, and it's very human. And TikTok lives are scary. TikTok battles are scary. They're extremely scary. And you want to say, why is it scaring you? Why are you scared of that? Well, because I want to make sure you guys understand. A company will do anything to get you a cash. And then the smartest company understand that cash isn't necessarily the all and all be all. What matters is your time. What matters is your attention. See, things like it's fucked up, bro. It's so fucked up. I kept on talking about the gladiator, right? The gladiator were used as a way to tell the public, hey, focus on this, right? TikTok battles are the same thing. TikTok battles are insane. So you fall kind of like in love with a creator. Now, if you look at YouTube biggest pros is the number of creators, is the number of content being put up each and every day, right? And YouTube, the biggest YouTube problem is the lack of proximity with the content creator. There's not a real way to talk to them. But then you have the comment. And at a certain point, people stop reading comments. I'm reading comments, I'm answering comments because I'm a small guy. There's a day where I'm going to be receiving 1,000 comments a day. Now, that make me sound like an asshole, but the reality is, do you honestly think I have the time to answer to 10,000 comments? No. Do I honestly have the time to answer to 500 comments? No. I have time to answer to 100? I don't even know. Maybe no, maybe yes, I don't know. But with TikTok, you have the plan of making life. Now, TikTok is actually extremely smart. TikTok understand that your videos, the content creator videos, makes next to no money. Next to no. So then, you see the creator, if you want to make money, go live. Ask for gifts, ask for donation. And it creates a parasocial relationship. And what ways does a parasocial relationship exist between you and a creator? Well, it's quite simple. It is absolutely simple. See, you're seeing this person live and you're talking to them and it feels like you're having coffee with them. I was seeing somebody, Zenis. What's up, Zenis? Hope you're doing well, bro. Jenna's been in my life for a while. It's been a supporter. It's been a good friend. It's been a fan for like almost a year now. And I'm thinking more than a year. But this guy has been in my stream, I think my Twitch streams for months and months and months. And we only had one live TikTok live where he was there. And it was like, it's weird. It felt like we're having coffee. And that's what they want to do. They want you to have a one-on-one time with a person. And that one-on-one time with a person, what they do, they create a parasocial relationship where you feel like you know this person. And you start to care about this person. Now, why is it not good? It's actually phenomenal that you care about this person. Why it's not good is when that person does a battle, you want to see them win because you kind of feel like they're your friends, right? And the content creator understand that the only way they're going to make real money is by being in battles. Now, being in battles means three things. Likes, donation, and a feeling of gratitude. Because you're seeing those people comes in for you and like, dude, I made so much money. So many people care about me. But it also is a very dark thing. Why is it a dark thing? Well, for a couple of reasons. See, you want to see your friend succeed, so you give gifts. And then you give gifts, and then you get rewarded with a thank you. Now, we've been raised, like cattle, we've been raised in a system where rewards are nice. You work, your reward is what? Money. You do something kind, your reward is a thank you. You're a good person, your reward is friendship and love. See, in every shape or form, there's a reward for another. Sometimes the reward of doing something good is because you feel good about yourself. But you still feel the need to reward yourself with a, hey, good job. Right? Maybe I'm weird, maybe you don't need to, but I need to. The system of rewards is you put money in, your friend win. There's another thing. Your friend, the content creator that is your friend, start doing more. Smurf Cat, thank you for being here. I appreciate you. Smurf Cat with every single time in my notification. I sincerely appreciate you. You're super kind. See, the creator goes live every single day because he makes more money, and the follower that say, hey, I want to see you succeed, is gonna pay for a gift. So TikTok is gonna push the creator to make more live, and the creator being live push people to look at the live and support more. Now, why that dangerous is because, for example, if you're a follower and you just to show you how TikTok is dangerous, they're showing you appreciate you, Sunshine. We talked about my friend from Bosnia. No, not Bosnia. Lufania. I don't remember, dude, but it's in that neighborhood. Yeah, it is in the neighborhood. See, so TikTok are super smart. If you look at the GIF, right? If you look at the GIF for a creator, you're gonna see a lot of different things. Lion guy, see, you see a lot of image, and it makes it fun. But there's no value, and we don't know the value because they keep on changing the value. And why they do that is because you're unaware. Bro, you don't need to say GIF, bro. You don't need to say anything. I sincerely appreciate it, but I'm talking about the danger of it. So, yeah, appreciate you though. It's very kind. Thank you, bro. But you see, so they keep on sending things, and for example, if you're seeing your creator, your favorite content creator, right? It is at a battle, and you already sent him something, and he's losing. You feel the need to send him something else because you're like, holy shit, I want to see them win. And it creates such a toxic environment. It creates such a toxic thing. And it's so weird. See? Smurf kept sending a GIF. Me saying, hey, you don't need to send anything. And then I feel bad because they wanted to be nice, and you tell them, no, don't be nice to me. You feel bad about it, you see? But TikTok is that system. TikTok is a system. Tamira, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. TikTok is that very system, and it creates a parasocial relationship where you want to see somebody else win, and you want to see that person win so bad that you're willing to spend money to see them win. And it's funny because, again, when you, for example, if you're a person that sends a lot of gifts, you forget the value of the roles, right? So somebody sent me a gift like last TikTok live, which cost them, I don't know how much it cost them. Axel, thank you for being here, appreciate you. Then I saw the reward and it was like $0.01. But TikTok is so fucking smart. Like, again, the system of battle, the system of this is the only way that this creator is gonna win. And it's funny because if you wanna, like, for example, on YouTube, right? On YouTube, they don't have the comment system, and YouTube is a lot more based on ads. But then TikTok has as ads too. See, there's something called the Creator Fund, right? And it's weird because the Creator Fund is for a certain place in the world at 10,000 people. When you do 10,000 people, then the people that are gonna watch your videos are gonna give you cash. So the Content Creator Fund is a way for people. Gotta be too loud. I don't want to bother my neighbors, but yeah. So we got wine, Crystal Light, and water. See, the Content Creator Fund is a system where you're gonna make money for your views, but you need, in Canada, you need 50,000 people to follow you. Before you reach that 50,000, you're gonna spend a lot of time, and when you spend a lot of time, you want to see a reward. As a creator, you want to see a reward. So what you're gonna do as a content creator, you're gonna go on live because you know this is where you make cash, right? This is where you make the cash, and it is completely nuts because, again, you're doing live, and it's weird because, I mean, right now I have 5,000 people in my as followers, and there's a lot of them that I know. For example, Smurf Cat is often in my notification for likes, so I'm know the Smurf Cat because I see them often enough in my notification. There's a lot of my followers that I forgot that I have because I don't see videos. See, and the shitty thing is the shitty part is that we're in a place where it's of course system of reward, and it's fucked up because, again, I'm a victim of that. See, fuck. When I see that, for example, right? If I see 1,000 texts, right? I'm gonna be like, holy shit, this sucks. And then you realize that one of them sent a gift, so you notice it right away because it's different, right? Even when Smurf sent that TikTok, I'm like, holy shit, there's a small thing here. So you're like, okay, well, you're gonna notice it. And again, the system of reward is I'm putting in time for doing a live, so when I do get a reward, I'm like, holy shit, nice. But that's a preconceived notion. It's a preconceived fact of life. I understand that since I got a reward, I feel like I'm doing something good. Pretty simple. Would you be honest here? Would you work if you weren't getting paid? Right? Would you work if you were not getting a salary? The answer is no. Well, if you're working without a salary, it's mean that you're doing something without rewards. It's not so much how much you make. It's not so much how much you work. It's a system of rewards once again. See? My mom, she made me food. The system of reward is knowing your son is going to be able to eat. The system of, even worse than that, the shopaholics is a reward is where money has, so technically money has no value. Money has a value for eating. Money has a value for your rent, but that's about it. So you're buying shit, which is, again, what I'm in for. If you look here, let me show you. Well, I think 50% of battery. See, Amazon. See? Of course it costs money, but it feels like a reward because these are things that I wanted, right? And I do feel bad about it because, I mean, okay, well, I'm not even working because, again, I lost my job. I'm getting unemployment though, but we're doing a system of, I'm supposed to have that money for rent and eating, but I'm not using it as such. Look at this shit. Look at this shit. So cool, dude. We're seeing the sunset. It is 8:34 p.m. It's funny because like 2 weeks ago, it was at 8 o'clock. It was already dark. So I guess we're fully. It's funny because like 10 years ago, you could tell me what was the season, of course. Now it's harder. Got wine, which good. I think most of the wine. Reward system. The gladiator were that. The gladiator were that. It's so sad. Gladiator system of reward. Fucking sirens. Ambulance. Okay. The gladiator, win the fight, you survive. Win a fight, you live another day. See, the circus. When you look at the circus before, way back, they would take freaks. They would take people that was malformed. They would take people that were called. They were freaks, dude. They were. If you look at it, they were people with little people. They were women with beard, right? There was animals. The system of reward was for those people that were considered the freaks to make a living, to be somewhat accepted. But it's still pretty sad. See, I'm following. Oh my god, I feel bad. I'm feeling Little People of Atlanta. Why am I feeling bad about this? Is because the show is making fun of them a little bit. And it's pretty good to showcase that. So the little people are a group of little people that are going through having career as actress, as actor. The reason why I'm watching this show is because, of course, Christian Arbestetler. It is because, of course, it's free. It's on YouTube, right? So I'm going to watch it, but it's showcasing the life of little people. And at the core, it's a nice system. You're like, oh, okay, well, I'm seeing how they live. I'm seeing how different their life is from us. And it feels a bit like TLC, which TLC are going to be promoting very unhealthy things. So My Strange Addiction, 90 Day Fiancé. Why do you think 90 Day Fiancé keep on bringing back Big Ed or Angela Deem? Because they gave a show. Then you look at My 1,000-Pound Sister. And I remember how much of a mess that was. Of course, if you look at them right now, you can see that Amy, she lost so much weight, and you're so proud of Amy. And you see that Tammy lost some weight. You're like, holy shit, congratulations, Tammy. But there was moments where it was more about making fun of them than supporting them. And that's TLC. I'm not pointing the finger at TLC. I'm just giving you an example. But that was their way of getting views, and getting views. What she would do, it would make some cash, right? Reward system, and that's what we're trying to do. So yeah, so I'm following the little people, and the show kind of makes fun of them a little bit, but then they're these own people, that they're little people in their opinion, and it's so rewarding because you're hearing somebody talk about Peter Dinklage, who was the actor for Tyrion in Game of Thrones, and Game of Thrones was a huge thing for little people, because okay, so and Game of Thrones, right? Game of Thrones is basically a show about a war, a certain war, somewhere, somehow, somewhat, and you understand that in a system of in a system of war and conquering and defending and surviving and swordmanship, you have a person which one of the main character is a little person, and again is always described as very ugly, very non-capable physically wise, and then in the end he plays a huge part because his wits, he's the smartest character in the show. So when you look at Game of Thrones, it's one of the only show that have this, how can I say that? They have this little person be good in nature. And Tyrion is one of the fan favorites. But Peter Dinklage, which is the actor for Tyrion, increased the visibility of the people worldwide because it was one of the only, possibly one of the first character that was unanimously loved, despite being a little person. And I'm not saying that they're facing hatred. I don't know. I'm not a little person. I don't claim to know what it is like to be a little person. I don't claim to understand what racism is. There's still some racism on white people, but I think it's a lot less than on other races, sadly. But you see, it's about understanding the system of racism. So long story short, see, I'm watching the show because it's free, and one of the show, like, there's this actress, and she's playing a Santa Claus little helper, and for the longest time, Santa Claus little helper were little people because again, they were supposed to represent elves, and there was a very good argument where the girl was like, dude, you understand that a lot of small people fought for us being good. Peter Dinklage really fought for us to be looked and respected, and then you're fighting against that stance by being an elf and going back to the roots of little people and cinemas. I'm like, holy shit, who's right? But then you look at people like Leprechaun. Leprechaun was played by a little person. Leprechaun was a beloved show. It was really popular. Well, not a show, a movie series. Leprechaun with fucking, what, how many movies? 7? 8? I want to say 8. It was all available on Tubi. And then you look at Chucky. The fun part about Chucky, Chucky is my favorite killer, but Chucky was a person who had a little person as their parents, and he ended up being a killer doll. And then you're like, why is this doll so little? Why is this doll so little but so dangerous? Again, this is part of a preconceived notion of strength and capacity based on your physical attributes. This person is tall, this person is strong, this person is fast, this person is smart. See? Sometimes you're gonna be seeing those things and you're gonna be like more confident or less confident than the person because you're judging them without knowing. And where am I going with that is we're seeing this in TikTok. See, I'm following this couple, right? And this couple is Sky, thank you for being here. This couple is Florence et son troll. Emma, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. And sadly, Florence et son troll started really honestly trying to make a buck, honestly, by doing karaoke. But then Florence, which was the singer of the couple, wasn't really good. So the team was what? The team was Florence who was singing, and Florence, since she was the singer, she would make the song. And you have Marc-André, which was the troll. And him, he would be like a mod. He would be like making sure that people are respectful, that money is being, because she was charging money for singing. She was like, okay, well, I'm going to be the manager, if you will. But then we realized that Marc-André was a bit of an asshole, and people didn't like Marc-André. And then the health of Florence started to become worse and worse and worse. Now, if you're asking me, part of the reason why Florence health became so bad is because of the hate, and also the fact that they're making a lot of cash, and they understand. I think Marc-André understand that it's very like temporary. He's not gonna get the cash for a long ass time. You understand? And because he's not gonna get the cash for a long ass time. He's forcing Florence, or it seems like he's forcing Florence to work hard and more and more and more and more and more and more and more. And like, holy shit, is she healthy? Is she in a good health? Is she in a good mental health? Because that's also important. Remember, and where it's actually something that is important and that matters is what is going too far. So people are like, hey, let her sleep, let her sleep, let her sleep. Then you understand him saying, hey, this is the gravy train, baby. We can work right now, and then we're gonna take 2 years off. See, we were talking about the system of rewards, right? What if I told you that I could give you? What if I told you, right? I'm your boss. I'll give you a entire year of vacation if you give me 2 years work time. Those 2 years, you're gonna have to work very hard. You're gonna have to work 60 hours a week. You'll get a year. What would you do? I would say yes or no. In at least 2 years, right? And then you're free for a year. Well, Mark understand that by working hard right now, he's not gonna have to work hard later on. And again, it's a system of reward, but it's reward based on a system of kind of like exploitation. See, I believe when I was talking about exploitation, about TikTok, how dangerous TikTok is, because it's emotional exploitation. You believe that we know each other. We believe that we're friends. We get to talk every single day. Now, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not gonna like pretend like, oh, every single one of my follower is a friend. There's a lot of you guys that I really, really like talking to. A lot of you guys that I enjoy talking to on almost a daily basis. But some of you guys I don't even know. I don't even know you guys. So saying that, oh, we're friends, it's really hard. Backup Cat, thank you for being here. Appreciate you. Sorry, I gotta change the video because we're listening to Liana and Connor in the background. Again, if you were looking for a if you were looking for a family channel, this is a really good one. Liana and Connor, they're a couple of, I think they were on TikTok, but I'm not sure. And because they were, it's hard. I'm not used to not using my eyes when I move around. But yeah, basically, see, they were a content creator and they get up together and then they have kids. And it's funny because you're seeing that kid and he's 1 year old and you're starting to talk and it's really sweet, right? Then again, there's some people that said, hey, you're using your kids for views. But imagine your entire life is making content. Imagine that your entire life is doing this. You're like, holy shit, this is my life. Like I understand that people are seeing this as exploitation, but that's the only thing I know how to do. I want to thank you for being here. It's a very complicated system. There's no limitation. There's no limitation as to, or there's no norm. When it comes to content creation, you see, you're your own boss. You're your own, like, you're in charge of your own things. I can work like fucking 50 hours if I want. Who's gonna stop me? Is it healthy to work 50 hours every single week? I don't know. I have no clue. What I do know is that there's no limitation. There's not really law, Definitely not. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you. There's no law, so there's no, like, for example, you wouldn't bring your kid at a workplace, right? But then some work, they have a daycare. So you wouldn't bring your spouses at work. But how many companies are based on, Suzanne, Azik, thank you for being here. How many companies are based on a couple running things? Like, how many restaurants? I'm watching a lot of Kitchen Nightmare with Gordon Ramsay. And most restaurants are based on a husband and wife team. Sadly, a lot of the cases, the husband is behind, he's cooking, and the wife is in the front, taking care of the waitress, taking care of the customer, right, and taking care of service to the client. So a lot of those work are familiar run, right? None of those restaurants are how can I say that? Thank you, Coach Bubble, for being here. A lot of those restaurants are based on working so many hours, but again, your own boss. You're the owner. You're not gonna need to pay. You're not gonna pay yourself. Like, for example, if you look at even if you look at Mr. Beast, sure, Mr. Beast super rich, but if you look at where he lives, the guy lives in a what you call it? Not a storehouse, not a storeroom, like a warehouse, I guess. And he lives in a warehouse because it's easier for him. See, you don't know how much time you're allowed to. You don't know how much hours, how many days, how many. There's no limitation when it comes to content creation. See, for example, I'm talking about this couple that has their kids, right, online, and you're questioning the morality of it. Is it should it be allowed? Should it not be allowed? And the reality is, you have to understand that it's kind of complicated because, again, it's their entire life. If you're filming 80 hours a week, if you're working 80 hours a week, you got a young child. Well, you have to take time for that young child. But if you're including the young child and set activities, then your 80 hours is 80 hours. It's not more. It's not less. It doesn't feel like more. There's a certain. And again, if you were, it's a complicated thing. Is like, for example, with a McDonald's shop. McDonald's shop is able to say, well, most of our employees are working 40 hours. We find it's a system that works. When it comes to content creation, there's no limitation. Everybody is different. And for example, I'm creating my own videos, and of course, I'm not making a salary per se. I'm not making any cash per se. But I'm not gonna lie to you and say I don't work a lot. I do work a lot, and if I wanted to, I would work even more. And if I wanted to, I would work even less. The amount of hours, the amount of work I put in are completely up to me. And because they're completely off to me, then I can kind of like decide my schedule. I'm my own boss. And that's a fucking great feelings. But then again, there's some people that are gonna see that and they're gonna say, oh well, you're working too much. And some people are gonna say, you're not working enough. See, there's this my friend, right? The friend I'm seeing tomorrow, Shao. Shao go to school and works. A lot of people are saying, hey, you're doing too much. The preconceived notion of there's two kind of people in the world. There's the people that work too much, and the people that don't work enough. There's not. It doesn't. The fact that, oh, I'm working perfectly. I'm working the perfect amount of hours. I'm working the perfect amount of work, not hours, but I'm doing the perfect amount of production. Doesn't exist. It's not real. It's all fake. It's all fucking fake. You have to understand it's fake. There's no perfect amount of work. There's no perfect amount of hours. There's no perfect amount of that you can do. It's only preconceived notion of what is good to do and what is not good to do. And you see, the problem that I have with that, or the reality of that, is you're seeing the fact that, okay, well, it's kind of a new thing, right? It's kind of a new thing. Like, if you look back at content creation, right? You would think back at the very first thing, which was radio station. Radio station had a different team. They had 3 shifts: the morning team, the afternoon, the dinner team, and the night team, right? And you would work a certain amount of hours. But that's the reality is you're working a lot more. The reality is you're working. I'm gonna have to stop the stream, but I'll be right back with my other phones. My battery is low. Sorry guys. It's okay to tell.